Welcome, everyone, to the Avengenerds podcast, where we talk Marvel, DC, Star Wars, and more. I'm your host, Peyton, and with me is my co-host, Torrin.
Hello.
Hello. What is going on?
I'm chilling. Going to a wedding later on today, so that's going to be exciting.
Oh, that's today.
Yes, today.
I see. Exciting, maybe?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You approve of this wedding? You're not going to object?
No.
Good. We got a great show for everyone this week. Before we get into everything, do you want to say again, this is the last episode of the year. We're going to be taking next week off for Crema, and then we'll be back in the new year in 2023. There is going to be something going up next week. I don't know why I'm being coy about it. I remastered the first episode of the podcast because that was back when I didn't know what audio levels were or audio mixing or editing or anything like that. So basically, it's a shit episode, but I remastered it, re-edited it a little bit, and so that'll be going up next week. And then I think throughout the course of 2023, I'm going to slowly remaster all the episodes that just kind of sound like shit. And then not on YouTube. Those will be available on like Apple Podcasts and Spotify and stuff like that. I don't know if you can do it on YouTube. If you can, I'm too lazy to figure it out. So that'll just, if you want to see or hear the original shit audio, I guess go on YouTube. But yeah, I'll continue to update those throughout the year. And then starting in the new year, teased it last week, there is going to be a big change coming up in the new year. So be ready for that. Won't say what it is just yet, but that's coming next year. And I think that's everything, I think. So what did you watch this week?
Good thing I'm on my letterbox. I finally got around to seeing Barbarian. That movie is fucking insane. And like, I'm gonna say this, like, I think it's like a damn near perfect movie. Like it's damn near perfect. The reason why I think it's damn near perfect is because the cast is really good. Features Bill Skarsgård, aka Pennywise. His eyes just give off Pennywise so much. But it's something that doesn't overstay its welcome. It's a good hour and 48 minutes. And it features also like Justin Long, who is a fucking great actor, and like I would say like he's a underrated legend in the horror genre. He knows his stuff, and I want to see him in more projects that are horror. But it's one of those plots where like everything comes together and like it leaves no questions asked. And that's something that like I really enjoyed a lot. And like we talked about it in a podcast or two ago that it had a very low budget but was a critical success. And just because of the direction alone and what it had to offer for the horror genre. So I really enjoyed this film a lot. I really wish I had seen it in theaters, but better late than never. I am truly happy that I saw it.
Well, that's great. I haven't seen it because I'm a bitch, and that's is that the only?
I mean, like I'm not like the best when it comes to horror movies as well. Like I can't really just fully sit down and like emotionless. But like the amount of times I've said oh fuck no and oh hell nah should be in the Guinness Book of World Records. I can't tell you like how many times where a scary part showed up and I was walking around my room and just panting back and forth. That was fucking amazing. I saw it. It doesn't help that I saw it at like 1:00 in the morning as well. But yeah, that shit was insane. So yeah.
You see anything else?
What did I see? No, I haven't really seen anything else. I did want to watch like some Christmas movies. Like I wanted to watch National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation or something like that.
Yeah.
And even like go back and rewatching like Home Alone and Home Alone 2, but I just haven't really gotten the chance to yet. Probably will next week when it's closer to Christmas time, but
Mm-hmm. I returned to my Wes Anderson binge. There's still, I think, either one or two movies that I haven't seen yet, but I did see The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, with Bill Murray and Owen Wilson, Wes Anderson staples. This was solid, man. It's his worst reviewed film, I believe. And I mean, the audience score would disagree, but it is his worst reviewed movie critically, at least. And it's solid. It's definitely not his best work. It was sort of similar to the other film with Owen Wilson, which I guess is like every Wes Anderson movie, so that's not saying much. But what was it called? It's such a weird name, that like the Darjeeling Limited or something like that.
Yeah,
that took place on the train. It sort of felt like that, where it was like in one location, but the location was also like big at the same time. I don't know how to explain it, but basically, I always think the Wes Anderson movies are at their best when they sort of span a lot of places rather than just sort of one location. The story itself was solid. Bill Murray is like basically like a filmmaker, and he's sort of washed up, and he's trying to like make his swan song or whatever, and some guy died, and he's trying to like sort of like exact his revenge and stuff like that. It's good. It's good stuff. It started a little slow, and then it got pretty interesting, and then it ended. But it was solid. It was solid. I think it was better than the Darjeeling Limited. Not by a ton, but also, I mean, though that was a solid movie as well. I think if like the Darjeeling Limited is like a 7.5, then this is like a 7.8, rounded to an 8, I guess. But then I also watched The French Dispatch, which is his most recent film. And that is, this is interesting because it's almost like its own little like mini series, because there's 3 stories in one film, and they're all interconnected because each story is specifically for a magazine called The French Dispatch, and also has Bill Murray and Owen Wilson and shit. But and the upside and the downside is that because there's multiple stories, and they don't really tie together other than the fact that they're all being written for this magazine, is that some stories are just going to be more interesting than others. And there was one sort of like, the first one I thought was probably the least interesting, I think. There was also one with Timothée Chalamet that was pretty interesting. And then there was one with Jeffrey Wright that was pretty interesting as well. I thought this was really, really solid. I'd probably give it like an 8.3 or something. Something about it, just Wes Anderson's visuals are just always infectious to me. I love it so much. But probably like an 8.3 or something like that if I had to be real specific, maybe an 8.5. But that's pretty much all the movies I watched. I rewatched Black Adam. It's trash. 6 out of 10. It's just, I don't know. But I haven't finished it yet, but I have been playing through the new Justin Roiland game, High on Life. And
oh yeah, I really want to get that.
It's on Game Pass. So
thank you.
It's been a blast, to be honest. It's like, because it starts out, it's like, what the fuck is going on? And then I don't know. It's a Justin Roiland thing. So it's very Rick and Morty, Solar Opposites. It's just really solid. It's really funny. Most of the criticisms and hate the game receives are just people who don't really like Justin Roiland type things. So, and of course the gun is talking to you the entire time. And so a lot of people get really annoyed by that, but as everyone should know by now, I'm a dialogue man. I love me some dialogue. So I'm just like, yes, keep talking. I'm completely okay with this. But there is a setting where you can turn down the frequency of which the gun actually talks to you. So if people are annoyed by that, but also like the whole game is sort of centers around that. So I mean, it's probably best to just keep it where it is. And if it's certainly not going to be for everyone. The combat is surprisingly satisfying. It's also surprisingly difficult. It's sort of it has like a sort of a Doom element to it. Actually, there's a lot of parts that are like Doom now that I think about it. But yeah, it's just really fun, really satisfying. I love the dialogue. Again, very Rick and Morty, like, because I'm a dialogue like I'm the type of person, like if I go into a video game like Red Dead Redemption or The Last of Us or something like that, I will, if there's like a conversation going on that doesn't involve my character, I'll just sit there for like 5 minutes until the game runs out of dialogue, because I don't want to hear the dialogue. So I'm having a real good time with it, and I haven't finished it yet, but I'm excited to get back to it. So, but yeah, that is all I watched and played, I guess, this week, which means it's time to move on to the news of the week. Of course, there's going to be time codes in the description of the show notes. If you want to jump around, just go straight to the topic. But, there's some interesting stuff here, some DC updates. So, yeah, let's start off with some Star Wars news. Patty Jenkins confirms that Star Wars Squadrons is still in active development, saying, quote, "I originally left Rogue Squadron after a long productive development process when it became clear it couldn't happen soon enough, and I did not want to delay Wonder Woman 3 any further." Yeesh. When I did, Lucasfilm asked me to consider coming back to Rogue Squadron after Wonder Woman 3, which I was honored to do, so I agreed. They made a new deal with me. In fact, I'm still on it, and that project has been in active development ever since. I don't know if it will happen or not. So, now that Wonder Woman 3 isn't happening, yikes. So I guess he'll just be fully on Rogue Squadron then, or maybe not fully on Rogue Squadron, but they put themselves in a tough position here, because with Top Gun Maverick coming out, and they just announced it like this is going to be the best fighter pilot movie of all time, and now that's not. Ooh.
Nah.
Tall order.
Right.
But yeah, so that's the Star Wars news. On to some DC news. Oh, what do you know? Patty Jenkins has denied rumors in the THR article, saying, quote, "When there started being backlash about Wonder Woman 3 not happening, the attractive clickbait false story that it was me that killed it or walked away started to spread. That is simply not true. I never walked away. I was open to considering anything asked of me. It was my understanding there was nothing I could do to move anything forward at this time. DC is obviously buried in changes they are having to make, so I understand these decisions are difficult right now." So Patty Jenkins is definitely seemingly not involved with the project anymore. It seems like she didn't leave. It seems like she wanted to be on the project but was fired. So if she's, telling the truth, which I feel like she is, but also like there was the thing where Gal Gadot tweeted like the day before the news broke that Wonder Woman 3 wasn't going to happen, that she was like, can't wait for you to see the next chapter. So maybe maybe she knew that Jenkins wasn't coming back, but maybe she's staying on as Wonder Woman. I don't know. But it definitely says Patty Jenkins is certainly not involved.
And that's crazy. Bag fumbled. Just kidding. It wasn't her fault.
Well, no. Next piece of DC news. Superman and Lois Season 3 and Gotham Knights will both premiere on March 14th on the CW. So I will definitely be tuning in to one of those.
Yeah, I don't know. The writer of Gotham Knights needs to fucking be fired.
Oh my god.
Shit ain't even Gotham Knights. It's just like fucking, I don't know what it is. Shit's like an abnormality, bro.
Yeah, I don't know why they would call it that. But I'm super excited for Superman and Lois Season 3. I'm fascinated to see what this new Jonathan's going to be like. But yeah, we'll see about that. this is according to the Hollywood Reporter. Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot's cameos have been cut from The Flash.
Oh my God.
So, so, as I was saying earlier about Gal Gadot maybe staying on, if she's getting cut. And I'm a little conflicted about this because on the one hand, I understand wanting to cut them because you don't want to promise something that's never going to come. But at the same time, for a movie like this, you want to stuff it with as many cameos as possible. I mean, if you want to, drive up that box office, you're going to want to be like, hey, look at this.
Yeah, and it wouldn't really matter if the movie serves as a reboot anyways. So
yeah,
give the people what they want.
Exactly. Like let this movie sort of be like the swan song of the DCEU,
Yeah.
Is what it is, I guess.
I know. Can't have shit in Detroit, bro.
This is according to Variety. James Gunn and Peter Safran met with Ben Affleck to discuss the possibility of directing an upcoming DC film.
Yes, the Batman Returns.
No.
Return to Snyder.
Shut up. Now, it has been known that I am not a fan of Ben Affleck's Batman. That being said, he's a good director. So if he is gonna direct a DC film down the line, I'm fucking down, man.
Yeah,
I'm down for this.
New Batman, yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Good Lord. And, speaking of James Gunn and Peter Safran, we got some James Gunn DC updates. He said this on Twitter. Peter and I have a DC slate ready to go, which we couldn't be more over the moon about. We'll be able to share some exciting information about our first projects at the beginning of the new year. Among those on the slate is Superman. In the initial stages, our story will be focusing on an earlier part of Superman's life, so the character will not be portrayed by Henry Cavill. But we just had a great meeting with Henry, and we're big fans, and we talked about a number of exciting possibilities to work together in the future.
They ain't gonna work with his ass anymore. He's fucking done.
So 100% confirmed now, Henry Cavill is not returning Superman. We just talked about it last week. And also, James Gunn will write the new Superman film, and Gunn says it is not an origin story. So that, at least, is a relief.
That's good. Story. That's good. Yeah.
I am, just like last week, I'm conflicted because for a multitude of reasons, but obviously, again, we love Henry Cavill. We know that given the chance, he could portray a phenomenal version of Superman, and he just hasn't been given that chance. But I completely understand, and maybe even in the long run, or maybe even if I was in James Gunn's position, I might have even done the same thing, just starting completely clean. And that would mean sacrificing Henry Cavill. I think it's for the best in the long run, but fuck, man, it really does hurt to see just because of that wasted potential.
Man, look how they massacred my boy. Man, that shit. Yeah, I completely agree. It's, wasted potential is something we don't ever want to see. And in terms of also comic book movies, but it also hurts even more that Henry Cavill is one of those people that will go down as wasted potential in the comic book universe of movies. So that fucking sucks.
He easily could have been one of the best Supermen of all time.
I know. But
it really sucks, but I'm also happy and excited that they are going in a sort of a new direction. But I wanted to talk about it last week, and I fucking forgot to point it out. If they're not keeping Henry Cavill, but James Gunn, now this is before he was CEO, or the head or whatever, president, I don't know what he is. He has said that he would love to work with Margot Robbie again on something Harley Quinn related. Obviously, he's doing Peacemaker season 2, which I imagine might be the last DCEU thing, or maybe he might just cancel it altogether. I don't fucking know. We haven't gotten, really any word on that. since it got renewed in the first place. But even then, that was before the Discovery merger, so I don't know. But he's discussed working with Margot Robbie and stuff, with Margot Robbie again in the past. So, like, if they kept Margot Robbie, and even if they kept Peacemaker and that whole crew, his wife and all them, wouldn't that'd be a little hypocritical, wouldn't it? Like, I'm going to keep the stuff that I had a hand in. I don't know. Because also, I like Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn is fantastic. So I'd love to see her stay on as the character. But if we're going to go in a new direction with everyone being younger and, you know, sort of like early days, then I can't see. You'd have to recast and redo it if it truly is a clean slate.
Yeah.
And then if he doesn't do that, then it's like, well, why the fuck didn't you keep Henry Cavill?
But you brought up a good point. I'm stumped. I mean, I wasn't going to refute it, but, you know.
Henry Cavill is 7 years older than Margot Robbie.
Really?
Yeah. So I guess that could be an excuse to age.
How old is Margot Robbie? Like
32.
32. Oh my God. It doesn't look anything like it. I mean, 32 is fairly young, so Henry Cavill still looks good too. But anyways.
It's just awkward. Like, you have him in Black Adam, and then a week after he announces his return as Superman, and then like a month later, I can't imagine. Like, I can't imagine being Henry Cavill, because he clearly has passion for that character.
And then it gets fucking torn away.
Yeah.
Like in a span of like, yeah, like, you know, a week.
And we talked about it last week too. Like, you can't blame James Gunn.
Yeah, you can't.
Because he didn't make that promise to Henry Cavill. The Rock and the studio did. But even then, the studio didn't even promise anything. He didn't sign a deal. It was just cameo in Black Adam and The Flash, and then we'll worry about a new film deal later. But that never happened. Again, I think we said it last week. Like, this whole thing is going to get worse before it gets better. It's just a fucking mess. James Gunn talked about how we're going to get, you know, at least maybe an early look at what maybe the start of their 10-year plan is, you know, that slate at the beginning of next year. So I'm looking forward to that. Clearly we know Superman's going to be a part of it. Batman's definitely going to be a part of it. James Gunn has said that Batman is an integral part to this, his plan. I imagine Wonder Woman will be part of it as well. I think David F. Sandberg, he took a picture and he might have like leaked the DC Studios logo, and it had Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, The Flash, and Aquaman on it. Whether that's, you know, an indicator of what's to come, I don't know, but, you know, maybe something to keep in mind. Like, but yeah, this whole thing's a mess. But Gunn writing a Superman movie, that's exciting. Not an origin story. I think he also said that it's going to be about his sort of early days at the Daily Planet. So I imagine we're going to get a lot of Clark Kent content, which is what I look for in a Superman anything. So I'm excited, but also fuck, this sucks. like I'm happy, but I'm so sad.
I know.
But anyway, not to wallow. Onto some Marvel news. The showrunner for Echo confirms that the series has been delayed until at least December 2023. Which,
that's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. Yeah, you know. That's fine. Yeah. I ain't got no shit to say.
Yeah, I don't really have a problem with this for two reasons. One, just take your time. Take your time, get it done.
Yeah, take your time.
But also, it was slated. Echo and Loki season 2 were both slated to release summer 2023, and that probably would have felt a little crowded. So
yeah,
to move one of them, it makes sense, and it's probably for the best. So. That's fine. But this next piece of Marvel news, this is according to THR. Donald Glover is set to star in and produce Sony's Hypno Hustler, a new Spider-Man villain spinoff film. I don't even know. I don't know what to think about this. I know next to nothing about Hypno Hustler.
Yeah, that's got to be like, I don't know. That don't sound right to me. Like, I mean, it's cool because, we're getting more Donald Glover. So
yeah, like the only reason I'm slightly on board is because Donald Glover is involved.
Okay, so, you know what? I looked him up.
Yeah, he's like a product of the 70s, clearly like disco themed.
A Hypno Hustler? That sounds, I don't know, man. That ain't no sit right with me, low key.
Apparently, the music aspect of the character is what drew Donald Glover to the role.
His name is Antoine Delsoin.
What?
That's his name, Antoine Delsoin.
Delsoin?
Yeah, Delsoin.
Delsoin. What the okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would talk about this more, but I literally have zero idea what to think of this. It's a Spider-Man villain solo film, again, which I have zero interest in seeing. But Donald Glover. So, right? I mean, maybe it'll be cool, I guess.
I mean,
he's producing. That's like, if he was just starring, I'd be like, I don't know. But he's producing it too.
He's producing and starring in it?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I'm glad we're gonna see a little bit of funny Donald Glover back. More of Troy. Imagine Troy in this. Community reference.
What's that?
What?
What's Community?
Okay.
He better be in that fucking movie.
I know, right?
Dan Harmon said he's, quote, down to clown. So he better be in it. Yvette Nicole Brown better be in it too. I'm going to be fucking pissed if I don't see Shirley. I love Shirley. Anyway, Insomniac's Spider-Man 2 will release in fall 2023.
Hell yes.
Until it's delayed.
Right.
Knock on wood. That doesn't happen. Yeah, super excited for this. Don't know what to say. Like, we know next to nothing about it other than Kraven and Venom are going to be in it. I can't wait. I cannot wait. And also, speaking of Spider-Man stuff, the Across the Spider-Verse trailer dropped. And our boy Miles Morales is just being hunted.
He's getting fucking jumped. It's because he has parents.
It's because he has parents, or it's because he's black.
And fucking Spider-Man 2099 delivering the most vicious choke slam I've ever seen in my life.
Like, they ain't giving my man's a break. Like, what did he do?
Right? Oh my god. Shit. I don't know what he did, man. I started thinking to myself, man, what do you do to make them people that mad? But
there are consequences to saying the N-word. How do you know?
No. My god, that shit's funny. But overall, I cannot wait to stake out Fandango and get my tickets instantly.
Is it June or July next year?
It's June.
June
3rd.
Good.
June 3rd. Oh god. Just amazing.
How much time has passed since the first movie? In universe, that is.
In universe?
Yeah.
I think it's been like around,
because they're older, clearly.
Yeah, they're older. I want to say like, as much time as the real world, right? I mean, like, it's been like 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that make them like early 20s?
Yeah, that's how old they look.
Huh.
Nah, I'm just fucking playing with you. I don't know.
Oh. God damn it. Because she's all like, "Oh, you're not a little kid anymore." But I was like, that could range anywhere from 18 to 22. I don't.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just glad to fucking see something.
As am I. But that is the news of the week, which means it's time to move on to our topic, which is best and worst of 2022. A lot of stuff came out this year. How much of it was shit? Not a ton. Well, I mean, I'm sure there was a lot of it, but not a ton that we saw, at least. Because I don't like to watch bad things. Except, well, no, that was a masterpiece, actually. Never mind.
Yeah, then again, we have this thing, right, called opinions. So you may think something is bad, and we might think something is peak.
Yep.
But all matters of what you think is which. So
yeah. So we're not. I don't feel like doing this in a like sort of a list format. Let's just once you start it off, and then we'll just kind of try to keep the ball rolling.
yeah. So the first one on my list is Morbius. I'm kidding.
No. You're right. That's my best stuff.
The first one is the Batman. Of course, it's the peak man.
I mean, I don't know. I've seen it 3 times now. It's a little overrated.
It's crazy. I've only seen it one time.
Just kidding.
You've
only seen it once?
Yeah.
Really?
I've only seen it one time. Yeah.
What are you doing?
I just haven't
seen it once.
Yeah, I've only seen it one time, and that was the day I watched it in theaters.
Oh my god! At least you're not Nicole and have seen it 0 times.
Yeah, if you hear this, Nicole, you're fucking lacking.
I keep bothering her. I'm like, watch the Batman. She's like, I'll get to it. I'm like, watch the Batman. Meanwhile, she's watching the X-Men movies. I'm like, those are shit. Not really. I love them, but like, come on, man, this is the Batman. But yeah, also obviously, I also have the Batman on here. I mean, what a great sort of moment of the year, you know? I mean, just that entire point in time, except the people acting like it's the best thing since sliced bread. Like, I mean, I guess it could kind of be seen as overrated in that sense, but just has him. It's fucking great, man. It's great. It's 3 hours. Doesn't feel like it though, in my opinion, at least. A lot of people did feel that 3 hours.
You'd be crazy not to have the fucking Batman on your list.
Fucking crazy. Like, I get maybe not liking it as much as other people, but I don't know. How do you not, like, come on.
like you gotta appreciate the craft that Matt Reeves did with the Batman.
Gorgeous. It's the best fucking Gotham we've seen on screen. It's so good.
I know, right? It's fucking amazing.
Obviously, getting to see Robert Pattinson's Batman finally. I mean, I was sold off that trailer. I mean, oh.
I wonder how different or how society would have received the film had it came out in October of 2021. I still feel like it would be generally the same yeah. But hey, you may never know. I mean, I'm so kind of glad that we got that delay because we can have a little bit more thirst for the peak man. So
I don't know, man. Imagine getting the Batman and then like not that much later we get No Way Home.
All right. Yeah, people will be salivating at the mouth.
Oh, but what a great time. Robert Pattinson was fantastic. Not everyone in that fucking cast was. Zoe Kravitz, literal fucking perfection as
Paul Dano as the Riddler.
The Riddler, yeah. Jeffrey Wright as Commissioner Gordon.
Fucking John Turturro
Falcone.
As Falcone, yeah.
Andy Serkis as Alfred, which I didn't expect to like as much as I did, but I'm like, hey, this guy's doing a good job, man.
Needs more screen time.
Needs more screen time. You know where he gets that screen time? Andor. You should watch Andor. Anyway, next up, I have for my best Bullet Train.
Yes.
What a surprise. I mean, Bullet Train was coming out. I was like, that looks fun. But I had a fucking blast, man. This was great. I mean, the plot's a little messy, but like, it's just fun. It's just a good time.
Yeah, if you don't like fucking Bullet Train, you're a fucking Diesel. God. Oh. I'm lemon. He's tangerine. Like the fruit. Fucking, you have like goddamn stacked cast. Fucking shit was amazing.
Red herrings like a motherfucker and some.
Right. Oh my god. Yeah, that movie was amazing. I wish it's another movie I wish I had seen in theaters, but no one wanted to go with me. So.
Didn't ask me.
You didn't ask me either.
Well, that's because I saw I didn't know what we were seeing. We went to some. Honestly, I wish we didn't go to where we went. It was like this fucking fancy fucking theater because I guess it like just opened or something. I don't know. But then you press a button or something and then someone comes and they like try to take your order. I'm like, I'm trying to watch the fucking movie. And then people whispering next to me, I'll take the boneless wings. I'm like, God damn it.
So it's like a draft house.
Yeah, kind of.
Was it Flicks?
I have no idea.
Because like there's a movie theater next to us. Um, it's called Flicks, and that's like a draft house in a way.
Yeah, I still need to rewatch the movie because I missed like the first 10 minutes.
Dude, that's like my biggest pet peeve of like a movie. Like I don't want to miss like the beginning of it. And when I do, like my mood's like fucking just gone because I
Yeah,
missed something.
which I definitely did because I was like, what the fuck is happening? Because that movie moves so fast.
Yeah,
Uh,
like a bullet train.
yeah. Yeah, that's fucking Bullet Train. Good shit.
I know, right? My next one is like the most like arguably the most critically acclaimed A24 movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Boo.
Shit was fucking mid. I fell asleep and then I woke up crying. I'm kidding. No, that movie is like that's
Best Picture. Best Picture.
damn near perfect as well.
If it doesn't win Best Picture, the Oscars are rigged. I mean, we knew that already, but like, it deserves that. It deserves it. I'm sorry.
It really does. But
Fucking
man, like
incredible.
that shit was, man, I remember like I literally saw that shit on like a whim. Like it didn't like it was one of those movies where like I don't even care about like seeing it on the first day. I just had to see it like at some point because of the limited screenings. So then like I was literally in Houston and I was with my friend and I was like, "Hey, you want to go see this movie?" She was like, "Sure." Like, where is the nearest movie theater? It's like, "Oh, it's like right next to us," because we're in downtown Houston. And we literally just like walked there and we had a fucking blast. That shit was amazing. And I like the theater had like probably like 20 seats. It was really small. But yeah, that movie was just so fucking emotional and it was amazing.
Yeah, I got to it late. Everyone was raving about it, of course. And I'm just like, fuck, I want to see this movie. And there's like no screenings.
Yeah, I know. Because I remember.
Yeah, had to wait until it released on 4K Blu-ray. And usually I don't buy movies I haven't seen physically. But I did with Everything Everywhere All at Once because everyone was raving about it. So I ran the risk of it being like, man, yeah, people hype this up too much. But man, I wasn't expecting what that movie was. Like, I didn't know what to expect. I knew it was a multiverse thing. That's pretty much it. I knew there was some cool action sequences. I actually wasn't familiar with the Daniels. I haven't seen any of their other movies. Saw Turned Down for What? That's pretty much the only thing I've seen from them. Yeah, so when I went into it, I didn't really know what to expect. And fuck me, man, that movie, like, they managed to make the multiverse concept like digestible, but also like complicated enough where you're still like interested and intrigued, and like the action was fucking incredible. Everything about it was I wasn't expecting it to be an emotional film, but my god. Like the scene that I didn't know if I was alone until like after, I saw the movie and could actually start like looking at reviews and reactions and stuff. The initial sequence when they were just rocks.
Yeah, that scene
and it was like, just be a rock. It fucking broke me.
Yeah, I love that scene a lot. And
yeah.
It's also like one of those things where it's like I always love like Asian American like films. So the fact that like, we had gotten this like, and then just before we had gotten like, Shang-Chi, I was like really like into like just like that form of media. And this surpassed like my expectations. I mean, like kind of like you said, I didn't know like what I was getting into, rather than just it being a multiversal story with a predominantly Asian cast. And I came out like loving that shit so much that like I was like fiending for like just more reviews on that movie. Like anybody who had seen it like they're just in for like a fucking treat. So yeah, I was really excited for that.
Absolutely. Would you give it a 10 out of 10?
I would give it a 10 out of 10. Yeah.
I would too. It's not like, because we're both not like, ooh, nothing's perfect, but like, I mean, it's true, like nothing's perfect, but like that doesn't mean we're not going to give something 10 out of 10. And yeah, like I only have like one issue with everything all at once, and it's not even that big of a deal. So like the movie's just it's damn near flawless, so good.
Yeah,
but let's bring it down a bit. Let's bring it down, bring the mood down, like because let's talk about it. The Book of Boba Fett was fucking trash.
I haven't finished it.
I know you haven't finished it. That shit's ass, except the 2 Mandalorian episodes, and they're randomly in it. It's just, I mean,
2.5.
I went on my 15-minute rant. You can on the podcast. I also didn't chop it up, but I sort of took that out, put it on my YouTube channel. If you want to just hear me rant about Book of Boba Fett for 15 minutes. But yeah, it was just, it felt so basic. Visually, it was uninteresting. The story was just bland, which sucks because it's Boba Fett, and I never really cared about Boba Fett to begin with. But like, and I still stand by that. I do like the total arc that Boba Fett went on, like where he started versus where he ended up, and parts of the journey to get there I enjoyed. But like, just on the whole, it was just boring, uninteresting, just felt flat. And again, talked about in my rant, I blame most of that on Robert Rodriguez, because again, like the episodes he didn't direct were pretty great, and obviously the Mandalorian episodes he didn't direct were fucking phenomenal. Just really unfortunate shit. just unfortunate. But yeah. One of the worst of the year, in my opinion, unfortunately. Technically, that started in 2021, but the bulk of the series was in early 2022.
Yeah, that shit's ass. The next one on my list that I'm gonna bring the mood down is Andor.
Shut the fuck up. You haven't seen fuck you.
No, the one I'm gonna bring it down is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre reboot. Oh my fucking god, this movie fucking sucked, dude. Like, it has some nice kills, but overall, like, the premise of the story is just fucking Gen Z gentrifying fucking a town and shit. Oh my god, it's fucking disgusting, dude. This shit sucks. I'm gonna talk about it for like a little bit because I want to move on. But like, yeah, you have like a plot line of like, these Gen Z people gentrifying a fucking town. And like, it's like a small town in Texas. And yeah, you have like the fucking the YouTube interracial couple. It's kind of funny how they brought that in. And then one of the other people, and like, one of the main characters is like a school shooter survivor. And that's just fucking lame. That shit was awful. And they try to do like the fucking Halloween 2018 shit where like they brought in like, they try to bring in like, a Laurie Strode character, and it doesn't even work out because for like number one, like Leatherface doesn't even like remember her. Like, so that's like already a downer. Number two, like the original actress who was in the movie died, so they had to get another person. Number three, like that's not even how like the character was portrayed at all. She's not like supposed to be like this badass like, person. And number four, they fucking kill her off. So that's fucking garbage. Yeah, the movie fucking sucked. Don't waste your time watching it.
I've only heard bad things.
Yeah, you will never hear a good thing.
I haven't even heard like, that it's so bad it's good kind of thing. Just that
like I mean, there's some solid kills, right? It's fine. That's like the only criticism I mean, that's the only thing I'll give it. It's like, solid kills, right? But other than that shit's fucking garbage. I would have done better. I know I would have, because I'm fucking a god. I'm kidding, but yeah, the movie fucking sucks.
To bring it back up, I want to, because obviously, we talk about Marvel, DC, Star Wars and stuff, but we don't really get to talk a ton about like extra shit on the podcast other than the, like what'd you watch this week little section that we do. So I want to talk about one of the fucking best shows I've seen in a hot minute. Severance.
Game of Thrones. Oh
no, Severance on Apple TV Plus. It's getting a second season, thank fucking God, because I was worried there for a bit. Severance is fucking phenomenal. One of the best like first seasons of television I've ever seen. It was just so interesting, so intriguing. The visuals were stunning. The cinematography was incredible. The story was so interesting, and like it was like one of those shows where you don't know what the fuck is going on really, but like the concept and the characters are interesting enough to keep you going. But by the end, it's like, what the fuck? And it like once it ends, you're just like, what the fuck? And it's just done. There's no fucking second season. I don't know what to do. And I'm really excited for the second season to come out, because I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's super good. It's fucking, I don't remember if it was created or just directed or written by. I know he directed some episodes at least, but Ben Stiller is heavily involved in the series, which is crazy. You didn't expect something like this to come out of Ben Stiller, but like there's comedy in it. Like it's sort of like Breaking Bad in the sense where it's mostly dramatic, but there are comedic moments. It's fantastic. If anyone has the chance, if you don't have an Apple device, do a 1 month trial and just binge Severance. It's not that many episodes. It's truly phenomenal.
Yeah, I think that shit's kind of ass. Kind of dropped in 30 seconds in.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm going to kill you. It's 9 episodes.
Oh, that's easy. That's light work.
Yeah,
that's light work. I'll watch it probably tonight. We'll see. Going back to TV shows. One of the best shows I've seen this year is The Bear. God, that shit's fucking good. Wait, you haven't seen it, right? Or have you? Oh yeah, I forgot. It's like very anxiety inducing. But yeah, I love the Bear so much. It has a really good cast. Featuring, I think his name is Jeremy Allen White. Yeah, I think that's his name. Who has an incredible performance. This show is, very emotional. Like I said, very anxiety inducing, but also wholesome at times. It has it's pretty. I think it has some creative moments in there, but I love it because I don't really see much of cooking shows like that on that type of level. So the fact that I watched this was very refreshing to me. I think it's getting a second season, I believe. But yeah, that shit's really good.
That's also the show that made you think that guy would be a good Wolverine.
Yeah, he's been coming up a lot as Wolverine.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
People have been fan casting as him. Which, it's cool. Now that I think about it, it's cool. But, we'll see. I think I could be better.
Yeah, probably.
Because I'm transracial.
Oh, my God. You know what? I feel like being Asian today.
No, before anyone gets offended, that's it's an old reference, an old skit by somebody. So I don't want to offend anybody.
It's not offensive unless you start imitating.
Yeah, okay.
Bing Shiling.
No, no, God damn it. What the fuck?
It's a John Cena reference. Please don't get mad. Blame John Cena. Oh no.
Oh, God.
To cut it out or to not cut it out? That's the question.
We'll see.
I won't cut it out. If you get mad at that, then I don't know what to tell you.
Good luck getting canceled, buddy.
um, uh, Again, probably one of the most surprising shows I saw this year, and again, highly anticipating the second season, is Welcome to Wrexham, the docu-series from Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, because they bought the Wrexham soccer team. And I went in because I'm in love with Ryan Reynolds. So just on that level, I'm like, I'm gonna watch this. And I'm also a pretty big fan of Rob McElhenney as well. And so, I went in being like, hey, I like these two guys, and they've never really been in a thing together. So it'd be nice to see them bounce off of each other. And then I stayed for the actual team themselves and the sport. I'm not a sports guy at all, let alone fucking soccer. If I'm going to watch a sport, it's going to be basketball. I don't give a shit about soccer, but God damn it. this show, I was like, why do I fucking care so much about this? And it's gotten to the point where I'm like, because obviously, it's a real fucking soccer team and they're playing like real games in real life. And the shows aren't coming out like the game, so they're like playing games and stuff right now. And I'm like looking away from my Twitter feed when Ryan Reynolds like retweets shit. I'm like, spoilers. Spoilers for real life. I don't want to see that. I'll wait for the second season. But yeah, just a huge surprise because I couldn't give less of a fuck about sports and soccer. So the fact that I was entertained and intrigued and by this docuseries was really surprising because, again, I started it out for Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, but like after maybe like the first couple episodes when there's just sort of like introducing you, they're only in the episodes for like a quarter of it. And because the bulk of the episodes is purely focused on the team and the sport. So I had a great time with it.
Where is it? Where can you watch this on?
Hulu. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good thing I still had that activated. Might cancel tomorrow. I'm kidding.
No.
I don't really remember watching that many shows. I wish Letterboxd can put shows on there that have more than one season.
About to take over Letterboxd.
Right.
Hostile takeover.
But one of the best things I've seen from Jordan Peele was Nope this year.
Yep.
And we just talked about it like a podcast or two ago. Shit is fucking phenomenal. Shit is great. Like it's one of those scenes where it's like I saw a TikTok video about this and how like, Jordan Peele is like, yeah, he's like literally subverting like the horror genre in like many different ways. But like, they're not really giving him his props. Like what makes Nope like so fucking different is that not only is it like a like a horror movie, but it's subverting the UFO like horror trope, or like people aren't xenophobic to like towards aliens. Instead, like, it's just like this entity that humans are trying to like take over, as that's one of the plots of the movie. But my God, this shit is great. Like great cinematography. Great isn't even the word. It is. Cinematography in this movie is fucking fantastic. And great cast. Keke Palmer was amazing. Danny Kaluuya is always great. Steven Yeun, wish we got to see more of him, but he was great also. And yeah, that movie is fucking. This movie is amazing.
Yeah, it's getting snubbed at a lot of award things. It's not really getting nominated for a lot of stuff, which is
it sucks.
Not even for like visual effects. Like, come on, really? Mm. Love and Thunder got nominated. And I don't really hate on the MCU CG because I don't think it's as bad as everyone says it is. But like, Nope looks incredible. But yeah, to bring it down again, one of the worst films I've seen this year by far, Avatar: The Way of the Water. I mean, this film just way too long. Number one, the plot fucking sucks. I don't care about literally anyone in the movie. Like, it could just be like it just came out, but like this shit's ass. I don't know.
Yeah, I already saw my Avatar 2, which is Black Panther. So
Yeah, I haven't actually seen Avatar 2. I'm just hating for no reason. But
E1 hater, bro.
yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna see it eventually. I don't know if we'll see it in theaters. Maybe I will just one day. Just go. I don't know. But yeah, probably the last thing on my worst list, because I don't really like seeing movies that I don't think I'd like. But probably Uncharted, which I didn't hate completely, but like it was just so bog standard stuff, and they like crammed in like stuff from the games. Like, it was okay. Like, it wasn't bad, but like it was just kind of whatever. The dialogue was pretty bad in parts. But yeah, I'll have a ton to say about it. I didn't hate Tom Holland. Mark Wahlberg fucking sucked. But yeah.
Yeah, Uncharted was okay. It would have been better if I was in it.
Do you want to be Nathan Drake?
Yeah.
Okay. I can make that happen.
Snaps fingers. I would say Barbarian, but like, I kind of already talked about that already, so we're gonna skip past that. But another film that I really enjoyed this year was Vengeance, directed by BJ Novak. Really, really good film. It's kind of like a sleeper hit, pretty much, as well. I was fortunate enough to go see an early showing of Vengeance, and actually get to see BJ Novak do a Q&A, and pretty much his inspiration was Texas to an extent. Yeehaw. But yeah, this movie was really good. It's a really, really nice emotional film. And it has really good family dynamics. But also it shows how, well, BJ Novak's character, he's pretty selfless. Not selfless. He's pretty selfish. But throughout the movie, he learns to become more human and more passionate towards his family, who thought that he was, he dated their daughter, but it was just a one night stand. But this was really good. And Ashton Kutcher is in it. Fucking, I never expected to see Ashton Kutcher as a goddamn cowboy in this movie. It's fucking great.
Haven't seen it, but I might get to it at some point. Yeah, I kind of want to just highlight the stuff that we haven't really talked about before. I think I did talk about a couple of these, but in passing. But one of the better shows I saw this year, Our Flag Means Death on HBO Max.
Taika.
Yes, Taika Waititi. Just great shit. It started off slow. I was like, there came a point where I was like, do I want to keep watching this? But I'm really glad I did, because by the end I was like, what in the fucking shit? What the fuck? Where's season 2? And thank God they're making season 2 despite all the shit happening at HBO. For now, fuck, knock on wood. But I think they're shooting it already, but that doesn't mean anything for HBO. Knock on wood. But it was just solid shit. Riz Darby's in it. He's like the main character. It was one of the surprising ones, because I didn't know what to expect. I knew it was a pirate show, and I knew Taika Waititi was in it, and that's pretty much all I knew. But going into it, the tone was just really fun, really stupid. It's just really great stuff. The guy from the Batman's in it. The
Guy from the Batman.
the guy from the bat. He's the cop that's like, I got you on 2 assault charges. That guy.
Oh, okay. I got you assaulting 2 police officers.
Yeah, I got you assaulting an officer.
Yeah,
How about 2 or whatever? Whatever he says.
She was a fucking awesome line. But well, good thing I have HBO Max back, so I gotta watch it. So I'll get to that eventually. I don't. I'm gonna skip Black Panther on this list. I mean, we talked about it.
Talked about it. We could just talk about it. I mean, fantastic film.
Yeah, fantastic film. We already have our thoughts on it.
Yeah, massive improvement from the first. Great performances, great visuals, great cinematography, great introduction to Namor. Yeah.
Yeah. So, only thing we missed was Ryan Gosling.
Exactly.
Anyways, I'm gonna talk about Prey. I loved Prey. Great like prequel to the Predator universe. People were like skeptical about it. Yeah, it's a prequel because it takes place in like the 1700s.
All right, then.
And it's like a really good like service film, like where it has callbacks to the previous movies, but the lines are delivered in a way that aren't forced. And this movie was like a really like good like film that showed like the Comanche tribe and them dealing with like the Predator and stuff. Amber
Midthunder.
Amber Midthunder did fucking like fantastic. She's a fantastic actress. She had to learn like Comanche, but also she had to learn not to like the more facial expression. She had to learn that, but also she did some of the stunts on her own, which was really good. The cast was like they did really well, and the action, the cinematography, and the visual effects were fucking amazing. Overall, I really like love this film a lot.
I haven't seen a single Predator film.
Honestly, you should watch the first one.
Why?
Because it has Arnold in it. Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's amazing. I think you'd like it. It's not like I know like you're not a fan of like horror, but like it's not really like a horror movie.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
I feel like you would, in my opinion, you would have more fun with like the original Predator than like the other ones. Because the other ones are like where they start getting like more hoary.
What about Alien?
Alien is a horror movie.
Aliens.
Yeah, it's just I don't know how you'd feel about that.
Kind of want to see Alien.
You probably would freak out at the face huggers.
Oh yeah, no, I know about the face huggers.
But I mean, yeah, you should give it a watch. That's probably the best Ridley Scott movie. I haven't seen Gladiator, but
Worst of the year, Top Gun Maverick.
Really? Nah, no, it's not.
No, it's not. But if there was another section for most overrated of the year, Top Gun Maverick would probably be on that list. Look, it's good, but motherfuckers acting like it's the best thing since sliced bread. It just retreaded the first film. It has better visuals. They flew real planes, so that's cool, I guess. The story's really just kind of whatever. The characters are pretty uninteresting. I don't like Miles Teller, so maybe that's just a personal thing. But yeah, it's one of those movies like you watch Top Gun, and especially Top Gun Maverick in theaters and shit for the plane action. I'm a dialogue man. I like my stories. I don't give a shit about planes flying around. So like it was solid. Like it was entertaining, but it's not I wouldn't even say it's top 5 of the year. um, it's like I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. Like it's solid, but it's not incredible. Like everyone seems to be acting like it is. Like even my dad, he's a huge Tom Cruise fan, a huge Top Gun fan. And we saw it for his birthday. We came out. I was like, "How'd you like it?" He was like, "It was all right." I was like, "This was made for you."
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt about the first Top Gun, because I was watching it to eventually see Top Gun Maverick. Whenever I did watch it, and I came out of like, or not came out, but like I finished Top Gun, the first one. I was like, this movie's okay. I mean, good 80s music, good dog fighting. And I would go on Letterboxd and people were like, this is the gayest film I've ever seen in my life.
It's so fucking gay, dude. It's so fucking gay. Both movies, they're so gay.
Oh my God. But, you know, I yeah, because like I was like watching it and I was like, hey, Goose, like, you good there? Are you sure I mean, you got a wife and kid, you good, bro? Like, nah, but
it's so fucking gay.
It's fine. It's fine, but I'll watch Top Gun Maverick eventually. Probably whenever, I think it's on Prime, isn't it?
I have no idea.
Let me see.
Because again, I watched it with my dad for his birthday, and my brother was there, and the entire time we kept looking at each other like, this shit's gay. This is gay.
It's on. You have to like rent it for like $5. I could do that. Whatever. I can rent it for $5. But yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna go with like something that's like lower tier. Jurassic World Dominion. It was okay. Fuck. Oh my God. I'm trying to figure out how to say this in the best way possible. It would have been a lot better had I been in the movie. I'm kidding. No, but Jeff Goldblum fucking carried this movie hard. I heard he had to do back surgery for how fucking bad he carried it.
Sorry, for who carried it?
Jeff Goldblum.
Oh yeah, of course he did.
He fucking carried this movie on his back.
Oh wow! Look at the dinosaurs. Yes.
But yeah, like when I came out of it, when I watched the movie, I thought it was like, fine. I kind of gave it. I think I gave it like a 4 stars, but like now I think about it, it's like a 3. It's like a 3, maybe 2.5. Cause like the first act and the second act are like super, super fucking slow. And like Bryce Dallas Howard, like, mommy, like, I felt like she just didn't do much in this movie. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't really have anything else to say about that, but the movie is just mid.
I see. So you said 3 out of 5 or 3 out of 10?
Probably like if we're going like for like out of 10, probably like a 5.5.
Okay. It's not the worst thing you've ever seen, but like it's just like painfully average.
Yes.
Fair enough. I get it. Next on my list, this is one I was like, this fucking came out this year. That's Sonic 2.
Oh my God.
I thought this came out last year. I'm not gonna lie.
That did came out this year. It came out in March.
Yeah, that's crazy. I straight up thought it came out last year, but I guess it came out this year. This I thought was a solid improvement on the first Sonic film. Again, it never ceases to amaze me that arguably the first successful video game film franchise is Sonic. Probably should have been like Pokemon. Like Detective Pikachu was good, but like they're never gonna make another one of those probably. Like it was a good one-off, but like yeah, the fact that we're 2 Sonic movies in, we're about to get a third, and they're just solid movies. Like they're kids movies definitely, but they're just it's good. It's just good stuff. Yeah, I don't really have a ton to say about it. Like obviously the Jim Carrey's doing his thing. He's great in it. We just getting Tails and Knuckles. Knuckles had no business being as funny as he is in this. It's a bit of a departure from maybe what people are used to from the more recent cartoons, but like because it was Idris Elba and they had their own way of making him really really funny, especially towards the end. He was really really great. But yeah, Sonic 2.
Yeah, Knuckles is canonically a feminist.
Knuckles is the GOAT. I mean, Shadow's the GOAT, but
he really is. I'm actually gonna rewatch that movie. Shit's amazing. I don't really have anything else I want to say that's good.
Everything else is just shit.
I mean, like, there's also like The Gray Man that was pretty mid. I mean, it's like another painfully average like movie. Chris Evans, like, did Christopher Jamal Evans did his thing too. Yeah, Anthony and Joe Russo, they did good on this movie. I don't know, it's just average. I have really nothing.
It was less directing, more the writing.
Yeah.
Same writers as Infinity War.
Yeah, I just I don't know. I don't really remember much about it.
Was the action good? I haven't seen it.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's a fine action. That's it. That's all I got.
Well, I think I talked about this relatively recently, but the Weird Al movie, just fucking ridiculous in the best way possible. If anyone it's on Roku. If you could just, I think you could just download the Roku. I don't fucking remember how to do this shit. It's fucking Roku original. Find a way to watch it. It's good shit. Relatively short, I think. It's just absolutely ridiculous and funny. Just pure Weird Al weirdness. So yeah, there's also Lightyear, which was way overhated for some reason. It's obviously, it's not like one of Pixar's best movies, but like, I don't know, man. Like,
this sucks, bro.
Shut up. I don't know what people were expecting from it, but I thought it was really solid. I thought Chris Evans did a great job of doing his own thing while also sort of like paying homage to Tim Allen.
They were expecting a Woody cameo, and they're expecting to see a giant foot and be Andy's.
Probably, honestly. Turning Red, again, a film overly hated, not because people actually had a problem with the film, but because it was a metaphor for periods or whatever, and moms got bent out of shape about it or some shit. And I don't know. It was good. It was good. I liked it less than Lightyear, to be honest. It's one of those things where it's like, it's not really for me. But I'm also not going to be like, ooh, it's for girls. It was solid. It was solid. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, incredible. On Disney Plus, it's like a spiritual successor to Roger Rabbit. Incredible. Loved it. Maybe a little long, but like great stuff. John Mulaney, Andy Samberg, fantastic. Bunch of fun cameos. Seth Rogen's cameos was just amazing.
Cameo from the old Sonic.
Yes, Ugly Sonic, incredible. But yeah. You know what I fucking forgot? Oh, because did that come out this year?
What?
God damn, I gotta check. Hold on. No series episodes, season 2. Man, that was this year in March. Everything was fucking in March and May and shit. This show called Upload on Amazon Prime. I think it was created by Greg Daniels, who created The American Office. It has Robbie Amell in it. Basically, he's gonna die, and so they upload your consciousness to this virtual world and your family members can like virtual reality themselves into that world. So you're basically immortal.
The metaverse.
God damn it.
Wow,
yeah, you know what? I bet I wouldn't be surprised.
Concept.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's where Zuckerberg got the fucking idea. I genuinely wouldn't be surprised.
And basically Sword Art Online. Wow,
a little, yeah.
Original.
It is original. It's a fucking sitcom. It's funny. This second season was a little short, but they're doing I think they already filmed this third season actually, so that should be coming out, I imagine, relatively soon, because there was a big delay. The first season came out a little while ago, but COVID kind of fucked everything up. So yeah, that's that. Upload's a really underrated series. There's also Tales of the Jedi. That was just some solid shorts. The Count Dooku one's incredibly surprising. Andor, phenomenal series. One of the best, easily top 3 Star Wars anything. Torn is slacking. Anyway, speedrun these.
Also forgot The Boys season 3.
That was this year?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It came out in July.
Oh yeah, fuck, man. Jeez. Yeah, The Boys, probably the best season so far. They're filming season 4 now, I think. I don't think they wrapped filming. So I think they're shooting season 4 now. Great. Just great piece of television. Great season. Incredible stuff. Thor Love and Thunder, overly hated. Everyone just needs to shut the fuck up about this goddamn movie. It's solid. Stay mad. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, great movie. Divisive, understandably so, but we had a lot of fun with it. Like a lot of fun with it. Good Sam Raimi corniness. Peacemaker, because that came out this year. It's good shit. Solid stuff. Pissmaker. Yeah, if he comes back, it's just gonna be real awkward. Moon Knight, solid stuff. Really like the psychological stuff. I'm a sucker for that, so that's probably why I liked it more than most people. But people on Twitter have the most raging hate boner for this show for, I feel like, what they think is a valid reason. I don't think it's a valid reason. It's a 6-episode series. They didn't have that long to cover all their bases, but like that doesn't mean we're never going to get more and more fleshed out character aspects. That's all I'm going to say on that. Moving on, She-Hulk, incredible. Best MCU Disney Plus series. Moving on, The Sandman.
Oh yeah, Sandman as well.
Very good. Again, didn't know what to expect from it. You know, it wasn't perfect. There was some stuff because it was one of those series where it's almost like they dealt with separate things in like each episode. But it had some great stuff in it. So excited for season 2. It might not be looking good for a season 3. So, you know, maybe they might have to like sort of do like a pseudo finale for season 2, because David Zaslav does not seem to want to work with Netflix. So it's not looking great. But, you know, we're still going to get a season 2, likely, probably, hopefully. Anyway, Miss Marvel, you don't like it. Moving on. No, you said it was fine. I enjoyed it. Obi-Wan, we liked it more than a lot of other people. Fuck that final fight. I still am in love with that final fight. I still stand by that. I think it's better than the Revenge of the Sith fight. I don't give a shit what anyone says. Fun series. Leia was perfect. It had a couple missteps here and there. Whatever. On the whole, I thought it was really good. Oh, the part where Reva's going after Vader and he's just fucking sliding. He's gliding, bro. He doesn't need a lightsaber. Oh. Anyway, yeah, that's all I have on my list.
That it?
I don't know. Is that it? Did we miss anything?
Oh,
you sure?
I will put some more stuff down, but like that'd be too crowded.
Because we missed the Minions.
Oh my god! So fucking mad that I was gonna go see the movie. And something happened. You know who you are. I'm talking to you.
Oh no! Well, I don't know what's happening here.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, okay.
I don't blame you.
Oh no, you're not kidding.
No. It's not you. It's other people.
No, I know.
Don't worry. I'm not blaming you. You're good.
Oh God, what is happening?
I have a grudge against you. I'm kidding. But is that the show?
Yeah, it's the show.
Yeah.
What the fuck just happened?
I know that people are gonna be watching and be like, "Oh my god!" Like, I'm so sorry.
There's gonna be like 5 people texting you like, "Was it me?"
Right. But all right. Thank you for listening to the Avengers podcast. If you want to follow us, we're at Avengenerds on Twitter. That's AVENGE nerds, all one word. If you want to follow either one of us, you can reach me at nowhere. Just follow our social medias. Yeah, follow our TikTok or Instagram, and that's it.
Is your New Year's resolution going to be to post more on the social?
Yes, that is my New Year's resolution. Is to post more. Where can they reach you at?
They can reach me at @Zenith_ on Twitter. I am sorta-ish planning to maybe revive my YouTube channel. So I guess youtube.com/@itszenith. I think that I don't know. youtube.com/itszenith. Yeah.
All right. Oh, sounds good. If you have a Discord, you'd like to join the conversation there, those will be linked in the show notes. You can check out our link tree for any additional links you may be interested in. You can also review the show in-app on Apple Podcasts. If you could leave 5 stars in a review, it will really help us out. Thanks again for listening to the Avengers podcast. We'll see you in the new year.
Later with, our big change.
Yes.
Crazy how La La Land is better than The Godfather. Biggest surprise of the year. Who knew?